Today we're going to be exploring how to solve a system of equations by substitution. Using the method of substitution is a way to change two equations with two variables into one equation with one variable. This is a review from your 8th grade course. So our steps in order to do so is to take one equation and solve for a variable, and take that equation might already be solved for that variable. Sometimes it is, sometimes it is not. You're then going to substitute that expression of the variable into the same variable in the other equation. This will turn two equations into one equation. So let's see what that looks like in example number 1. X equals negative 3y plus 1. 4x plus 3y, or minus 3y equals negative 11. So when I look at my top equation, it's already solved for x. So I do have x equals. So we already have one equation solved for the variable. So we're going to take what x is equal to, negative 3y plus 1, and we are going to substitute it into the second equation in place of x. So we will substitute it in. So we're going to have 4, and in place of x, we're going to have negative 3y plus 1. And now we're just going to copy the rest of that second equation. Minus 3y equals negative 11. Now we're going to solve this equation. So this equation should only be written with one variable. We have that, and now we're going to solve it. So we're going to have to use our distributive property. So 4 times negative 3y is negative 12y. 4 times 1 is plus 4. Minus 3y equals negative 11. Over here on the left-hand side, I have to combine my like terms. So I have a negative 12y and a negative 3y. And when I combine negative 12 and negative 3, that makes negative 15y plus 4 equals negative 11. So now the opposite of adding 4 would be to subtract 4 from both sides. So negative 15y will equal negative 15. Then we'll divide both sides by negative 15, and y equals 1. So we've solved that equation for y. Now that we have solved for y, we're going to now go back and substitute that answer into one of the two original equations. Which of those two original equations typed onto the paper doesn't make a difference? Okay, pick the one that looks easier. And then we're going to solve for the other variable x in this case. Well, when I look at my two original equations, the top equation looks by far easier. So I'm going to substitute y equals 1 into the top equation. So x equals negative 3, y is now 1, plus 1. Now we're going to simplify this using PEMDAS. So negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 1, and negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. And our last step is to write our answer as an ordered pair, x comma y. So as an ordered pair, x is negative 2, y is 1. And of course, we can always check to make sure that our answer is correct. So if I substitute into the top equation, it should work because that's how I solved this equation to get x. So I'm going to check the bottom equation. So 4x, 4 times negative 2, minus 3y, 3 times 1. Does that give me negative 11? So 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. 3 times 1 is 3. Negative 8 minus 3 gives me negative 11. So yes, it does check. So I know negative 2, 1 is the correct solution. Of course, another way that I could check this is I could solve it by graphing and use a different method to be able to solve. And that was the lesson covered last section. All right, another example, number 2. My system is x plus y equals 5. 3x minus 2y equals 10. This one's a little bit more challenging, only because I don't have either equation solved for a variable like I did in the first one. In my first equation, I had x equals. I had the top equation solved for a variable. When I look at this system, I don't have that. So now I have to decide which equation can I solve for a variable. So rule of thumb would be to look for the equation that has a variable with a coefficient of positive 1. Well, I have two good choices. In my top equation, the x coefficient has a positive 1 and the y has a coefficient of positive 1. So I have two good options. You get to pick and choose now which one do you want to solve for. Okay. I'm going to choose y this time, just because. So I'm going to take my top equation and I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to have to subtract x over. So I'm going to have y equals negative x plus 5. Now I can follow my process. I'm going to take my expression for y. I'm going to substitute it into my second equation in place of y. So I will have 3x minus 2, and in place of y, we are replacing it with negative x plus 5 equals 10. Now we have one equation in terms of one variable. Now we need to solve that equation. So we're going to distribute. Be careful when I'm distributing here because I'm distributing a negative 2 throughout that equation. So negative 2 times negative x is plus 2x. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10 equals 10. Next, combine your like terms. So I see I have a 3x and a positive 2x, and 3x and 2x is 5x minus 10 equals 10. So we'll add 10 to both sides. So 5x equals 20. Divide both sides by 5 gives us x to be 4. Once I have the value of x, we're going to substitute it back into my original equation. So x plus y equals 5 looks way easier than the second equation. So x is 4 plus y equals 5. So subtracting 4 from both sides will give me y is equal to 1. And last step, write your answer as an ordered pair. Remember alphabetical order, x, comma, y. So x is 4, y is 1. To check, we can always check it using our graphing calculator and graph, or we can do a quick check. So 3x, 3 times 4, minus 2y, 2 times 1. Does that give us 10? So use PEMDAS, 3 times 4 is 12, 2 times 1 is 2, 12 minus 2 is 10. That's what I'm supposed to get. It checks. So I know that I do have the correct solution here as 4, 1. So the method of substitution.